Hey guys, Dustin Bogle here with another gym owner spotlight. And I'm excited to introduce you to my buddy. He's a fellow gym owner. He is a user of our gym reinforcement service. And I know he's got some great nuggets to share with you guys to help you grow your business. So, Fabian, welcome. Are you ready to do this, man?
Definitely, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yes. All right. So, could you share with the people who are watching or listening, where is your gym located and how long has it been in business and what's the name of your gym?
Yeah, so our gym's Evolution Fitness, and we've been in business 5 years. Made it through COVID, thankfully, bliss. And we're in San Gabriel, California.
Okay. All right. Very cool. California brother. I love it. You're not far from our dreams.
Yeah.
Let's kind of dive into like where you guys are winning right now. Like what's going really good at your gym that you're proud of? Is it a new system or something you guys are just in a good stride? Where are you winning? What are some golden nuggets you could share with other gym owners that you're doing?
Uh, Definitely, man. So we have quite a few things that we make changes to. One of them was kind of changing our model from going only to big group training to doing both big group and semi training. Changing that model actually helped us just build a better relationship with members to also be able to give them even better results, which hopefully in the long term have them stay longer. So that's one little thing that we've been doing a lot for the last 7 months. We've been focusing a lot on really how to make these semi sessions even better, really keeping track of our numbers. That has been the one thing that has helped a lot because last year I kind of lost track of it. I don't know what it was because that's when I was starting the semi sessions. I lost track of it. So I wasn't really focusing a lot on my numbers. But this year I've been focusing on the numbers a lot and they're growing up. They're going up a little slowly, but they're going up, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's really difficult to see progress in all areas of business at once, like our marketing, our sales, our team, our number tracking, like it's all moving forward at once. Very difficult. You usually have to pick one area, move that needle, then go to the next and move that needle, kind of do it in sections.
Exactly. And that's kind of the way that we've been working on it, focusing on marketing. Okay, we got the marketing down pretty well. Cool. We got our sales down pretty well. Cool. Now we got to get our follow up down pretty well. Thanks to you. We're working on our retention. That's the one thing that we're working on right now. That's our main focus. That's been our focus last month, and that's going to be our focus this month as well to keep our churn lower.
Yeah. And I think that's a cool idea, man. Like, and we do it too, is like we'll pick like a quarterly theme. Like, what is the big problem we're tackling as a team that we want to really see some sizable improvement? And so if it's like, hey, retention, guys, like that's all we're thinking, make the product better. Like, how can we improve it? Let's go and ask the client for feedback. Like our theme is retention. And when after 3 months of giving it a lot of effort, you can move on to something different, sales, marketing, etc. So I think that's awesome, man. And since you were bringing up follow up, I was going to ask you before you were working with gym reinforcements, who was doing the follow up? Was it you, another team member? Like who was in charge?
It was one of our team, one of our admins. I did a little bit of it, but I've also noticed that once we started with you, our signups went up a lot. We're hitting almost our goal, which is almost our goal is to hit 30 signups a month. So we're right between 25 and 30 a month for the last 4 months consistently, which is awesome. And that's kind of the how long we've been with gym reinforcements. For that, we're signing up about between 13 to like 17 people a month. That's what I was seeing our average. So it almost doubled our signups. So the follow up has definitely helped a lot. Sarah's our person that's been working with us from gym reinforcements, and shout out to Sarah for being awesome. The thing I noticed about her that she's really good on is calling the leads right away. Right away. And another thing that she's really good on is getting a lead to bring a friend with them. We've been getting a lot of those, which is really good. That's just an extra lead that we don't have to pay for. And Sarah's really good on just asking the right questions on how to get someone else to come with that friend that we get now 2 people show up. And that's 2 sales in one,
I love it,
which
man.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And it, that's actually the great opportunity, that people ask what's the best time to ask for a referral. And I always say it's right near the time of a purchase. So like if someone bought a trial, they're now on a high. That is the perfect time to then make an ask and say, hey, most people do better when they start with a friend. They start with a spouse. Who do you want to be your accountability partner? Who could start this journey with you? Everyone knows a friend that wants to lose weight. We just got to ask for their name, phone number, and email and get them to sign up with you. And they have that courage now to come and join because they know they have a buddy. They have like a friend that they will see there. The second best time is when you convert them to membership. Ask them again after they give you the yes and they say, I want to become a member. Great. Do you know anybody else who's trying to get healthy and fit? We're trying to make as big of an impact on our community as possible. And once you get one yes, they say in sales, it's easier to get more yeses. And so, that's why they say it's a great time to strategically plug in a supplement sale or to ask for a referral, but like just keep asking after you got one yes. Most people are like happy and they just stop like, okay, I got my one yes, I'm done. I'm not going to be greedy. But if you really want to help a lot of people, do it at those times when someone's on an emotional high.
Right. And that's a process we just added, literally. But one, having Sarah and actually our admins copy what Sarah's doing, because some of our admins also make calls, but Sarah's most of the ones that spend most of the time on calling. So they're learning from Sarah, which is pretty awesome on trying to get two people to show up by bringing a friend or family member. And then just like I said, during our sales, now we're actually same thing. We're asking for referrals. So we're trying to get 3 to 5 referrals during every sign up. And then Sarah is the one that follows those referrals to try to get them in here, to get them bugged and hopefully sign up as well. And those referrals are easy signups. They know pretty much exactly what the program is and their friends doing it. They know how much it costs. So they're coming in ready to sign up.
Yeah. And yeah, it's because their friend did the selling for you. You would normally have had to call that person and tell them about your program and your pricing and how it all works. But the friend did all that for you. And so they're just a lay down. It's the best sale in the world for you. And I was going to ask you, that's great that we know Sarah's just taking over all your follow up and she's just getting people to the door. What has that opened up your, capacity for? Like, what are you able to now put energy into and put more focus into since you don't have to worry about follow up?
I've been able to actually focus more on our team. So I'm not doing the follow up. We just got our salesperson ready to go. She's been with us already. She's our admin, operations manager, but now she's turning over into sales, converting over to sales. So it actually gave me more free time there. Sarah doing all the follow up gave me more free time. So now I'm really just focusing on our team. I'm trying to develop our trainers to do just to keep a better experience to our members when they come in through the workouts, and just making sure that for the very first time, it's always welcoming and it's a good experience when they come in for the very first time. So it has definitely given me that time to focus on the team.
Yeah. And that's important, is like deciding with this now, like freed up time, where will I put my energy and focus that will have an even bigger return, right? You got to be moving up the ladder into higher and higher ROI activities. And so I'm glad that, you have that ability to do that. And just keep climbing that ladder, keep moving on up, and find higher and higher leverage activities as you outsource and, delegate things to your team.
Right. Eventually, the goal is to create more leaders that they can train our other new people to come in and start current trainers and admins to make sure that everything's running smoothly.
Yes. So I love hearing about people's like dreams and goals. I'm glad you brought up goals. Like, what is the vision for your company, say in the next year? Whether it's a total member count, any other type of way you want to kind of like measure it. What is a goal you're striving to achieve?
Something just like everybody else, they're trying to get to that million run rate. So the goal is to try to get there. Hopefully by the end of the year, we're closer. I think by next summer, we should be a lot closer to that million. Hopefully, if we can really work on the way that we're growing and these adjustments that we're making off of the numbers that I created, we should be there close to hopefully by next year in mid around summer.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when you say $1 million run rate, it means you need to get to $84,000 a month in EAT and total revenue, or it doesn't have to be EFT necessarily, just total revenue, total sales. It's kind of like the 4-minute mile, man. Once one person did it, then everybody believes it's possible. I know a number of gym owners that have broken that, and it's totally possible. So I definitely believe in you, man, and we're gonna do everything in our power to help you get there. So let's make it that goal, man. 12 months from now, to be on track to be hitting those $84,000 months in total sales. That's the goal. Speak it into it, go, baby.
We just gotta spend more money on marketing to get more leads for Sarah, so she can keep doing her thing. So that's kind of where it's at. Really,
I want to highlight that because I think that is one of the reasons that you are succeeding and you have the right mindset, Fabian, is you said the right thing. Man, if I got this big goal, I need to invest more to get more. And I actually, some people take the opposite mindset. They try to save more and cut costs. And I say, okay, how do you expect to grow the business? And they honestly don't have an answer. I think they're just hoping more people will walk in. There is like, hope is not a strategy. They're crossing their fingers. I just hope the word gets out. I hope we get more people next month. And I say, I don't know how you're going to get there if you don't market. But what would you say to gym owners who kind of have that fear of like investing and pouring into marketing and sales?
And to be honest, I had that fear before, and it was pretty much, you have that fear when you don't have the right systems in place, knowing that you're going to get a return from that, but me knowing now, like, okay, our sales is down good, Our follow-up is down good. We're working on our retention. I know I can spend more because we're going to make more. Because I know we're going to sign up more. We're getting more people. I think last month we got about 100 people scheduled, which is pretty awesome. And that's how we were able to get almost 30 signups. I think we hit 29. So we're right there. Just knowing that you have your systems on right, it's going to allow you to close a certain amount of members that just gives you the confidence to be able to spend more. The more you spend, the more you make. Easy. I didn't know that until it took me a little while to really get that. So now I'm just, every month as we keep growing, I'm spending more, because that's how we're making more.
Yes. And Fabian, I also want to highlight, I think your confidence comes from your knowledge of your numbers. The fact that you could rattle off how many sets, how many shows, how many closes. I don't think most gym owners know those at the top of their head. And you brought up fear. The reason they're probably fearful about putting money in marketing is they have no idea how they're going to get a return on it. They have no idea to measure. They have no idea what their conversions look like. And they kind of feel like they're just throwing money out into the universe and praying it's going to return. You have a clear system. You know, I put this much in, this many leads comes out, this many sales happens to it. Perfect. Now I've got my system down. I'm just going to put more money into the system. And I think that that's kind of what you highlighted there, is that, you know, that confidence comes from you having that skill of knowing what numbers you're going to get when you put money in. Like your ROAS, a return on ad spend, you know, they call it. Like, I put this much in ad spend and I see this much return on front end sales. I see this much return on memberships and EFT sales. That's my ROAS. And again, these are the unsexy things that a lot of gym owners and business owners run from. But I'm glad that you kind of confronted them and learned your numbers, because I'm like you too. I didn't like it in the beginning, but I have seen much more wisdom come from jumping in and facing my numbers, that I now have a much clearer picture of my business and I can make better decisions because of that. Right.
Right. Yeah. So this year, that's been my focus a lot. Numbers, really knowing how many people we're bringing in, how many we're losing, how many people we're getting scheduled, how many are showing up. So knowing those numbers, like I said, allows me to make better decisions.
Okay. All right. Well, Fabian, just a couple more questions for you, man. I'm so, again, overjoyed that you are happy with, you know, our service, and that you're really, you know, loving it. And it's just, you know, doing what it's supposed to do. And that's to take stuff off your plate. But like marketing, you know, we're more, I would say, a sales company. Our job is to follow up and sell. People are in fear of getting on board and giving it a shot. What would you say to a gym owner who is, you know, thinking about it? You know, maybe you were worried, maybe you, you know, didn't know what it was going to be like. What would you say to that person who's like on the fence about it?
It's gonna definitely help you. It's gonna allow you to grow. It's gonna give you one more time back to focus on other tasks. But having someone do the follow up, it's what's gonna get you more sales. We'll call them one or twice. But man, Sarah's calling these people like all the time, every day, you know, once a day, sometimes twice a day. And that's what's getting more people to show up, you know. So just knowing that I have someone I got leads coming in and I got someone that's going to take care of them. It's like, you know, it's a no brainer. I need someone on my team that's going to do that and just focus on the follow up.
Well, good, man. I'm glad that you shared that. And I do think it's a critical part of your business. It's the whole reason we started Gym Reinforcements. If you are spending money on marketing and then no one's following up with them, it could kind of feel like
they are wasting money.
They are. And it's, you know, it does work best when the owner has ads running and they're getting leads coming in constantly. Again, it's always kind of curious to me that they'll turn them on and turn them off, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. And it's like, do you want to grow your business? Just do that 2 or 3 times a year. Do you want to just grow it all year round? Right?
Yeah, you gotta. I've been in business for 5 years, and I started probably running ads maybe about a year and a half in. I have now once turned off my ads since. Like, I've always had, it might be in the beginning, it was probably a lower spend, but I've not turned off my ads once. They've been on the whole time, just different campaigns, you know, turning one off, starting a new one right away. So they've never been off. They've always, because I believe that's what's going to get you to where you want to be at, the marketing.
Yeah. All right. Well, Fabian, appreciate your time, man. Thank you for just doing this quick gym owner spotlight, sharing a little bit about your story, your experiences, your failures, and your wins. I think those are all very insightful, and they help others, our peers, our fellow gym owners, to learn so that they can apply to their business too. So I appreciate you, and we look forward to continuing to serve you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you for having me on.